a girls regional from Everett Community College. Good. Okay. All right, we'd like to also say hello to our viewers and listeners on stspn.com. Once again, great, and stspn.com as we broadcast worldwide, streaming live on the World Wide Web. Thank you so much for being with us on stspn.com. Well, that sounded awesome. You can't play the anthem much better than that. What's his name? Phil O'Neeson? Phil O'Neeson? Thanks, buddy. What a great rendition we just heard of the national anthem as we come back from break. Phil O'Neeson is the band director, and he is a good. Look at him down
in there, and the band.
Bring it to you on Fox Sports 1380. Prep Lions, Bel Prep Lions, out of the Narrows League, and the Lynnwood Royals from the Western Conference. Coach Edwards, was he wiping something up down there?
There's some water.
Did he have somebody to help him to do that?
Not surprisingly, Bellarmine set up on the tip, looking to try to get the offensive tip. I know that teams sometimes like to run a little fast break. Let's see if Bellarmine's able to try and take advantage of that.
All right, here we go. Now, Bel Prep will be going from our right to left in the blue, Lynnwood in the white, and they will win the tip. Jasmine Edwards with the basketball comes into front court, and the lighting is as good as it gets here. You really can see the court well with the ball. There is a jump shot by Edwards. Three-pointer! And Lynnwood is on the board.
Three-pointer out beyond that college mark, a foot deep. Nice shot, and Lynnwood quickly jumps into full court pressure.
Look at that pressure put on as Bellarmine tries to break through into front court. They do. And jump shot inside the line, and it is good for 2 points.
And right
Buddy Patrick, Tom Lafferty is good by Kelsey Rogers. 5. After it again, it's tapped around, and the rebound is grabbed by the Bellarmine Prep Lions. Here they come out of backcourt now with the basketball is Irvin. And Lynnwood, good defense down, a little pushing though. Kind of just a bad place. Oh, she pushed off herself. That's going to go against Bellarmine.
Yeah, that was on Irvin as she went in and posted up and used too much body. Referee Van Soos has now stopped play. They're going to check something out. Irvin actually got away with a travel on that play, Mark, as she changed pivot feet across and then went down and pushed her way into the key, trying to establish position, got called for the offensive foul.
Well, she wouldn't have been called for the offensive foul. Mike is right. She would have been called for the travel. Jasmine Edwards with the ball in front court. Lynnwood leads 5-2, 6:28 to go in the first quarter. Shot over on the left side. Three ball! Grace Douglas. By the grace of Douglas, she nails that one. Averages 5.7 per game. And Kevin Minus has said, I need a timeout. So a 6-point lead for Lynnwood over Bellarmine Prep. 6:18 to go in the first quarter here at Everett Community College in the regional game. We'll be back with more action on Fox Sports 1380. You're gonna have to speak up a little louder. What's that? I don't hear you. You need a little louder there, Brandon. What? I cannot hear you.
One more time, Brandon.
Welcome back. Mark Ockett, Mike Buchholz here at Everett Community College. And the great band playing on for Lynnwood High School. Obviously, Lynnwood not too far from here. And their address is actually in Bothell, the new high school. And it is a beautiful school. We did a couple of games there last year. And I know Tom was there last Saturday. And they really laid it out nicely.
One of the things about the Lynnwood press is that they're very experienced at it and they're very quick. And even if Bellarmine is able to solve that over the course of the game, of course the Royals hoping to wear them down. They're able to enter the ball. One of the reasons why they called timeout, player trying to inbound right underneath the basket. Not a good position to throw the ball in.
Claire Martin, the 6'4" player, goes inside, and it's McElroy. Misses on the shot, getting the rebound. Jasmine Edwards, Lynnwood up 8-2, first quarter, and passes. Grace has hit 2 of them. 11-2, a 9-point lead for the Royals.
Transition as Lynnwood spreads the court, finds the open shooter, 2 in a row over there in the corner. Excellent ball movement and transition offense.
Pressure defense again, and it pays off. They put the heat on. Getting in with the ball is Jasmine Edwards. She goes to Grace again. Douglas misses a 3-ball, but right underneath is Michaela Pivic, who puts it in. 2 points, and it is 13-2, an 11-point lead for the top-ranked Lynnwood Royals. In their white uniforms, their cover scheme is black, white, and gold. The player goes down, but no foul. Getting back to her feet is Edwards. There's a jumper, air ball, no good. Block shot on the follow, and Lynnwood will get control of it. Great defense by Kelsey Rogers. She blocks the shot, ends up with the basketball. Into front court now, Grace Douglas. Gets open slightly for a 3, then backs off some. Now goes inside, able to find Kelsey Rogers. They slow it down a little bit, Mike, and I'll hand it to you.
One of the things that could happen is that this game could get away very, very quickly. Bellarmine needs to settle down and try to find some flow at the offensive end. They've been unable to do so.
Well, nearly out of control going the other way. Bellarmine Prep fires one up, and that's going to be a missed shot down there by Gavigan. Lynnwood gets the rebound. They go the other direction. Putting up a shot on the other end will be Michaela Pivic. She misses, but does get fouled.
And we're going to have another timeout. Good timeout taken with the score 15-2. Bellarmine really needs to settle down, Mark.
13-point lead for the Lynnwood Royals. 4 minutes exactly left in the first quarter.
All of those have been called as Lynnwood is now going to shoot their 7th and 8th free throw, Mark.
Going to the foul line, missing the first foul shot is Pivic. She's 2 for 3 from the line. And they sub in, make some changes, keeping everybody fresh there, Mike. And that's the thing, too. You look ahead to next week, you want to have everybody fresh and ready to go. She misses the second one to go for the rebound now, and it is Bellarmine Prep getting control. It's Claire Martin will go with the outlet pass over on the left side. Coming into front court now with the basketball is McElroy, double teamed out by the NWAC logo right in front of the Lynnwood bench, and finally a foul will be called against Lynnwood. It'll just be their first team foul and no shots.
Lynnwood staying with that trap all the way across half court, reminding me a little bit of the River Ridge team from years past, where River Ridge won the state championship 4 out of 5 years, where they would press and double all over the court. That time had a perfect trap, but started taking those hacks at the ball, got called for the foul.
Looking at the clock, 3:15 to go, first quarter. Mark Ock and Mike Buckholtz, Fox Sports 1380. Lynnwood leads 17-5. Bellarmine Prep throws a shot up. That's Irvin. It comes out of there no good, knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Lynnwood.
Irvin, one of the more physical players for Bellarmine Prep. And
she's 0 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, having a tough offensive game, but they're going to need her to catch fire.
Lynnwood trying to move forward into front court. Jasmine Edwards almost thrown away. Pivic gets control of it. Drives towards the basket. Misses the shot. Getting the rebound, Kelsey Rogers. Rogers fires one up and gets fouled in the process. Basket does not make a basket, but she's got 2 shots coming her direction.
Game just too quick for Bellarmine Prep, as Lynnwood has all sorts of players that can slice and dice through the key, and they're also pounding the offensive boards.
Foul is on Shelby Gavigan. That is her second, 5th team foul. And at the foul line is Kelsey Rogers, her first trip. And it's just really fun to see how they rotate these players in and out of the lineup for Lynnwood. So Kelsey
trying to do that so far. They get the ball out of bounds.
The ball around, and that is Holmes. Shot on the way, no good. They haven't put that 18th point up there. I clearly saw her make that foul shot. Finally they get to it. That was a real problem last night at Kent Meridian for Arlington. There was 4 times I counted where they were way late and getting points up on the scoreboard, which is just odd, especially at the regional level. 2:24 left to go here in the first quarter. And the score is Lynnwood 18, Bellarmine Prep 5.
Oh, well, we got Mike Taggart, the veteran clock man down.
Yeah, he won't be doing
hill.
it 4 times,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
With the ball in the front court now as Edwards pushes a pass out, and that's going to be Rogers. And again, a special hello to our listeners on STSPN.com, STSPN.com, as we appreciate you tuning in, viewing, and listening. And it is really amazing to see what Todd Elvig is digging in there into for his goodie bag, your executive producer and engineer.
Looks like some chips.
Just getting a score passed along to us, and this is important. The end of the first quarter down at Puyallup High School, it is Arlington leading Todd Beamer High School 12-10 at the end of the first quarter. Arlington Eagles 12 and the Todd Beamer Titans 10. Eagles trying to get to the state tournament next week, just like Lynnwood is here, or Bellarmine. And we got a grab, Mike. No doubt about that one as Jordan Edwards gets hooked and foul call coming up.
And that's the 16th foul on Lynnwood, so I don't think we're quite at the one. And pass for the easy layup.
Getting more like a game right now. 10-point lead for Lynnwood, 25-15. There's a jump shot by Bellarmine Prep off the backboard and rim. That is no good off Daisonique Anderson's fingertips. And we got on the rebound, players colliding. It's going to be a foul against Bellarmine Prep, the Lions. And that's going to be whistled on Daisonique Anderson. Like that name.
Yeah, a little too aggressive on the rebound there. Came in and popped Pivic in the head, and so she's going to be at the free throw line. Again, I mentioned last year that she was the player of the game when we did that game against Arlington.
Bounds. How many fresh in the bakery? There we go with the basketball. Pivic goes inside. Rogers, turnaround jumper from 10, left side, 2 points, 28-15. Back to a 13-point lead. The Royals have led by as much as 15 on 2 occasions. Passes over on the right side after getting a steal. Goes to Pivic. Pivic fires it up. No basket.
But also on the turnovers, there's a steal. Leads to another free throw opportunity for the Lynnwood Royals.
Jasmine Holmes called for the foul. That's her second 8th-team foul. At the foul line is Pivic. Seeing a lot of time at the stripe.
Mixing it up, waiting for the player to dribble and then trapping, still causing all sorts of problems for Bellarmine.
In the front court, Irvin misses the shot, and the rebound is going to be grabbed by Pivic. Another foul on a push-off is going to make a 1-and-1 situation.
Pivic's going to have about 20 opportunities at the free throw line the way this game's going so far. She's one of those players that has those intangibles, Mark, and it's hard to teach. How can you always be around the ball? You'll see the ball take 5 crazy bounces, and Pivic's one of those players that it always seems to bounce to.
That is so true. She is always around the ball. Michaela Pivic, who is a sophomore, back for 2 more. Here we go at the foul line. She's got 2 on the way, 3 for 4 from the line here. She misses that first one. 5 for 9 now in the game. And it's knocked out of bounds. It will go to the Lions.
And those 1-and-1 misses can add up on you because it's an opportunity for 2 points. You get the 1+, you miss the front end of the 1-and-1. It's like missing 2 shots. So, of course, Lyndon with the cushion now, the damage is not going to be too bad, but in close games that can kill you.
5:25 left in the second quarter. 30-15 is the score. Lions with the basketball in front court. Gavigan back up top. She goes now. Holmes ends up with it. They work it, looking over on the right side. Coming up top, it is Holmes with the basketball. Guarded defense good by Hayes. Almost a foul. And now Holmes will drive in on the left side and gets fouled. She's got 2 shots heading her way. She is 3 for 3 from the foul line and a grand total of 7 points in the game. This is going to be the 5th team foul on Lynnwood.
Lynnwood just doing a really good job with the matchup zone. They play that run and jump, full court pressure defense and mix it up as to whether to double off the dribble or off the pass. It just keeps the Bellarmine Lions off balance. Then down in the half court, every time somebody catches the ball, they'll find a Royal right in their grill. It's just tough to keep things going on that. Wonderful job. That's good coaching, Mark.
There you go. She misses the first one and misses the second one. Foul was on Danielle Hayes, her first 15 foul. Rebound hauled down by Lynnwood. Here they come the other direction. Jordan Edwards. 4:57 to go in the second quarter. Lynnwood leading 30-15. They led 23-10 at the end of the first quarter. with the basketball. Hayes drives in, pushes a pass up top to Jasmine Edwards at 5 points. Down low she goes to Pivic. Pivic on the left baseline, dribbles in. Nobody found her. She found the basket, though, and it's now 32 to 15, a 17-point lead. This is the biggest lead of the game for the Royals.
And so far, it's just been hit or miss for Bel Prep as they try to run their offense. Even when they score a couple, they turn around and give up a 6-0 run.
Missed shot, and there goes the Lynnwood Royals again. Pivic finds Edwards. Jasmine lays it in off the left side, and it is now 34 to 15, a 19-point lead with 4:11 to go. There's a shot fired up left side by Gavigan. Misses on that. Getting the rebound will be Jordan Edwards on her knees. They work it into front court. Here comes Danielle Hayes, right side. Jasmine Edwards down low, wide open. Welcome back. It's 36 to 15. Second quarter action here on Fox Sports 1380. Your home for high school basketball, the Everett Silvertips, the Everett Aqua Sox, all kinds of great stuff, auto racing, and of course our sister station, Classic Country 1520 KXA. We'll have the selection of the Skagit State Bank Player of the Game following this one. We'll hand out the T-shirt from Screen Printing Northwest, and then also make sure that gets on Facebook a little bit later on. Mike, this is a doubleheader for me today. I'm in 2 different points of the Puget Sound region. This game, and then I'm the ring announcer for my 6th year down at the Armory in Tacoma for the 66th annual Tacoma Golden Gloves, which will be a lot of fun for boxing starting at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's an interesting mix.
Yeah, it is. Girls basketball and boxing.
Well,
we got women in the boxing, too, down there.
That's going to be a blocking foul, and I think might be at the 1-and-1. I'll tell you, Lynnwood putting on a Showtime display of running the transition that last time down. Rebound, outlet, one dribble, look at the shot. Defender jumps at you, find your open teammate for the layup. Just a clinic.
That foul was on Hayes, her second, and this should be the 16th foul. It is. Some exchanges of baskets by the Lions. They miss, and getting the basketball, Pivic. Pivic is, like Mike said, just always around the ball. She dishes one out right side Edwards. Edwards misses a 3 ball. I got to think a lot of coaches are taking a look at Pivic, just a sophomore, and she is something special. Lions with the basketball into front court now. They are down by 21, and they throw it away, and that is 11 turnovers called against Bellarmine Prep, as this one has just come apart on them. Bellarmine Prep, an outstanding Catholic school in Tacoma, not too far from Cheney Stadium and Foss High School. Kind of give you a geographical perspective if you're not aware of where it is.
Practiced down there one time with my Burlington Edison team as we went to the Tacoma Dome. Bellarmine Prep, gracious enough to let us come in. We had a great practice and then played nothing like it the next day.
Somehow that can happen. There's Pivic, jumper, right side. Yeah, how did she get that thing to drop? I thought it was going to go off to the side, and it found a home. It's a 23-point lead, 38 to 15, and the Lions will throw it away again, and these poor girls are just up against a magnificent force here this afternoon. Lynnwood is clearly playing at a different level.
And Bellarmine just trying to play too fast in terms of breaking that press. They're trying to get break that lead down all at once, trying to throw over the top instead of stepping to the basketball.
Driving to the basket and missing will be Jasmine Edwards. Again, a 23-point lead at the half. We'll recap this first half, go over statistics, let you know what's coming up for Tom's game with Jeannie Boyer. Nice to have Jeannie joining us on the broadcast this year. Oh my gosh, full court pass to Edwards, lay in good, as that came from her sister Jordan, and it is now 40 to 15. It is a runaway train known as the Lynnwood Royals. These ladies are just playing amazing.
And everybody's playing the role very to perfection as they...
Finally, on the other end, Martin makes a basket.
Mostly on the defensive end. Subbing in and out, everybody knows where they're supposed to be, doing a great job of trapping. And again, one of the few half-court sets for the Bellarmine Lions.
Into front court, Pivic drives to the basket, soft little finger roll, good right there. She's got 11 points, Mike, here in the quarter. and 15 in the game, over her average of 14.3. And they're still putting the pressure on. Another steal. This time it will be picked off by Jordan Edwards. Laying right side good. A 27-point lead, 44-17.
And not stepping to the basketball as Bellarmine's throwing the ball. The receiver is waiting. The Lynnwood Royal defense is stepping to the basketball, looking very Legion of Boom-like, picking off every pass. Totally out of sorts are the Bellarmine Lions.
Yeah, this is a tough one out there. They're down by 27 points, 44-17. Line change for Lynnwood, and I'm checking to see is Pivot. No, she's still out there. She's one of those players that goes the distance.
It's a playoff game. You don't want to take your foot off the gas.
That's right. This is a 21-2 run for Lynnwood. They have gone on a magnificent 21-2 run. Unbelievable.
And they're dropping to 3A next year.
With Pivot back, so will Jordan Edwards. She'll be back. Number of players that they can carry forward. Obviously, today, this moment is what's most important for them now. They want a date with the City of Destiny. There is a shot. It is good. 2 points by Martin. She has 7 points all in the quarter. 1:05 to go here in the second. The other way, Monty Cooper says, I want in on some of this. Lay-in from the right side, 46-19.
And Lynnwood did not make it to state last year, which just improves that Hunger Game aspect of what they're doing out here.
They lost this regional game last year.
Yeah, who'd they lose to?
You had to ask.
Okay, sorry.
I think we can find that out.
Okay.
No, I'm glad you asked, so we'll find that out. Missed shot, though, and that is going to be Claire Martin. Misses on that one. And they go the other direction. Getting the rebound is Pivot into front court. My goodness, one-on-one moves right there. Almost 1-on-3, and she doesn't seem to be affected by that. Goes to the basket and gets fouled. 2 shots for Michaela coming up. She's had a number of trips to the line so far. 2 for 4 in the first quarter and 3 for 5 in the second quarter.
I wonder if she gets airline mileage for every time she goes to the free throw line.
Yeah.
She could be taking a free vacation
Traveling
to Hawaii
the
here.
world. Foul is on Claire Martin, her second. That is the 10th team foul, so it's double bonus time for the last 30 seconds of the first half and a 46-19 lead. We are up on the running track here. Could not have better vantage point, and we could not put more. I mean, we have so much room for gear, which is fabulous, and all of us. This is perfect. Thank you, Everett Community College. The next shot is good. Pivot makes it to make it now 47-19, 28-point lead. 26 seconds left to go, second quarter. With the ball, Bellarmine Prep. Holmes double teamed, and it is going to be a pass to Irvin. Irvin over on the right side. Oh, putting a shot up was Rashane Petty, and coming out of nowhere, Monty Cooper to block it and knock it out of bounds. Monty Cooper, the junior, another one that they can look forward to the rest of this season and next year. Came off the bench and averages 9 points per game. They got a lot of weapons in their arsenal.
Just quickness, anticipation, excellent timing. Check that ball out over into the drum kit over on the far side.
There's a jump shot right side, no good by Holmes. Getting the rebound is Cooper out of backcourt. 8 seconds left. She wants to go all the way down court. Misses a lay-in. Rebound grabbed by Martin. Outlet right side. It's Holmes coming out of backcourt. No time on the clock. Fires the shot up. Would have counted, I think, but she was about 8 feet short of the rim. So we are at halftime, folks, in a track meet. This is the Lynnwood Royals, ranked number 1 in the state of Washington and in the top 20 nationally. They are very, very good. They lead 47-19 over the Bellarmine Prep Lions. We will be back. Take a look at the first half. We'll have statistics at the half. And again, thanks for being with us on Fox Sports 1380 as we bring you the coverage of this one, and more on the way. Brandon, you have that regional that Lynnwood lost to last. Who was it? Okay, great. You got to love it back in the black. Oh, my gosh. That's 13 rebounds.
For Pivic. My God, what a stud.
That sounds pretty darn good down there, that band.
It does.
Hey, Tom, how about this band? I think trying to figure out what we're more in awe of, the Lynnwood girls basketball team on the floor or the Lynnwood Royals band across the way from us playing right now, Mike. 5-0 run to take a 21-19 lead with the 4:29 left to go in the third. 6 turnovers for Beamer in the third quarter. Buddy Patrick, great job on the details of what's going on down there. We will keep you on top of that game on the WescoAthletics.com scoreboard. Here we go. This is the third quarter, and Lynnwood now right down in front of us, going from our right to left in the white uniforms, and they have a 28-point lead, their biggest lead of the game.
And Bel Prep this time comes out playing the zone defense to see if they can slow down that game of the Linden Royals. Linden having to make 7 or 8 passes here. It's tipped out of bounds, and they'll run a sideline out of bounds play.
The inbound pass goes for Lynnwood, and that is going to be Jasmine Edwards. She hits a shot right by the foul line. 2 points there, 11 in the game, and a 30-point lead at 49-19. Oh, we're just sniffing the Tacoma Dome. Lots of great wood here, and that is the woodshed. There's a steal by the Jasmine Edwards. Now she loses a handle on it in Lynnwood's front court. Jump ball, and that's going to go to the Lions.
Yeah, good hustle by everybody. Lynnwood has been running that high screen and roll, sometimes with one screen, sometimes with a second screen coming off that, which makes it a double high screen and roll. They've been very effective. They come off of that. If the defenders for Bellarmine collapse, they kick it to the corner for the three-point shot.
Bellarmine Prep into front court now, 49-19. And they try to go inside. And that's going to work. It's going to be a basket by Gianna Irvin. Now, one of the things you were saying, Mike, too, during one of the breaks, is that actually Bellarmine Prep is a pretty solid-looking team. They're just up against a juggernaut here this afternoon.
They are, and they're probably not used to playing this fast of tempo.
Ball is knocked away down in the Lynnwood front court. Finally going to go on the floor, jump ball, and it will be Lynnwood basketball with the arrow.
It's the type of thing that once you run up against a team like this, you have to practice this continuously day after day. And sometimes it takes a while to get used to that because there's so many other things that you have to work on besides just seeing how fast you can play.
6:39 left to go, third quarter. On the inbound pass, Lynnwood throws it away. It's going to be picked off by McElroy. In the front court now for Bellarmine Prep. She'll go to Holmes. Jumper off the back of the rim, no. Gets her own rebound, follows, drives to the basket, laying not good off the left side. Who's there? Pivick with the rebound. Crossover dribble, comes into front court. I got to say, I see D1 on that one right there. What do you think?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell. She's still a sophomore, too, so she certainly has some good basketball sense, and she handles the ball decently as well.
There's a jump shot, and that's going to be a miss by Jordan Edwards. With what she's showing at this age is very impressive all the way around. Steal now as Lynnwood picks it off. It's Grace Douglas with those 3 balls in the first half. There she goes. Around the horn, Grace Douglas goes on the left side to Jordan Edwards. Douglas with the basketball. Remember, Everett Edwards, the father of Jasmine and Jordan, over as the head coach of Lynnwood. It's been a family affair here and will continue on since Jordan is just a sophomore. There's a pass inside, shot put up, and a miss by Kelsey Rogers on a deflection. Pivick gets a rebound, jump ball, and that's going back to the Lions.
And I will tell you that the adjustment we made at halftime by Bellarmine Prep was to go into that 2-3 zone, and it has somewhat slowed Linden down a little bit, at least in the half-court offense.
Here we go into front court now. Bellarmine Prep with the basketball. Irvin goes down low with a soft pass, and it is good as she finds Claire Martin. Martin with the basket to make it 49-23, down to a mere 26-point lead for Lynnwood. 5:16 left to go in the third quarter on Fox Sports 1380.
Nevertheless, if you're Bellarmine, you like to see that. You don't want your kids to cash it in. You want them to play hard and get some learning experience.
Jordan Edwards misses a shot. Rebound by Claire Martin. Outlet pass to Jasmine Holmes. All right, that is now McElroy brings it out of backcourt, front court. Just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and a foul called against Lynnwood in Bellarmine's court. This is going to be the first team foul on either team. This is on Jasmine Edwards, her first.
Yeah, Jasmine Edwards did a nice job at times. Bellarmine tried to run a screen and roll. Jasmine Edwards jumped the screen, but got out there, got a little bit too much body contact, got called for the block. But I'll tell you what, their defensive fundamentals are very, very solid.
Bellarmine Prep with the basketball. Turnaround jumper rims out. That was by Martin. Going for the rebound over on the far side. Down below us is Jordan Edwards, the sophomore, and a foul on Bellarmine, then dogging her in backcourt.
And Irvin battling for that ball for Bellarmine Prep, just a sophomore as well. We've mentioned what a young team that Bellarmine has, and so you can expect them to build upon that. But I'll tell you what, Lynnwood, I haven't seen a team this good in quite a while.
Lynnwood throws it out of bounds there, a little pressure on by Bellarmine Prep, but you're absolutely right. This is a very good team, and another one last night playing that we broadcast on Fox Sports 1380, Tom and Bill, and that is Jackson. Jump shot, little soft popper, good by Jasmine Holmes, and Everett Edwards says, you know what, I want to talk things over a little bit. We got a 30-point lead. It's now at 24, and we just don't seem to be quite in sync right now. So let's take a break, too. And this is Fox Sports 1380's coverage, regional action here from Everett Community College. We will return third quarter right here. Okay.
That is not uncommon. I've seen that a ton. You get the big lead, and you come out and go, game's over, and you're a little bit sloppy. That's a good timeout.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, you get frustrated. You want them to keep the pedal to the metal, but it's hard to do that.
Okay. Also want to say hi to all of our listeners on STSPN. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I believe that later on the Mercer Island Glacier Peak game will also, yes it will, that is confirmed. Thanks for being on board. This is Fox Sports 1380. Mark Ockett, Mike Buckholtz, a 24-point lead for Lynnwood, 49-25. They just took a timeout to kind of get back in sync a little bit. Down low, doesn't work this time as Monty Cooper goes to the basket, loses the basketball. It's Irvin with the basketball, now comes out of backcourt, passes to Holmes as they can cut into that lead a little bit more, Mike.
And Jasmine Holmes mishandled the ball and took an extra dribble, didn't get called. I'm surprised that didn't end up in the score because that's what usually happens when you're asking for that extra call.
Couple of missed shots by Irvin. Ball comes loose. She gets it and then throws it into the hands from the floor of Monty Cooper. Cooper into front court now. Royals with the 24-point lead, and they'll slow it down. What are they thinking right here?
Well, you want to just make sure that you move the ball and make good passes and get yourself a wide open shot. So,
with the ball is Jordan Edwards. Now Jasmine, her sister, finds Cooper, drives to the basket. Shot no, miss. It's going to be Martin with the rebound. Outlet pass goes left side Holmes. Holmes drives, left side lay-in. Count it, 2 points, and she is fouled. 11 in the game, and so far in this one, she is 2 for 5 from the foul line, and 1 coming up.
Well, that was a nice play, and again, that timeout has virtually no effect on the Royals as they come out and look a little bit flat in terms of attacking that zone. Bellarmine Prep, as we mentioned, being a good team and not giving up, still playing hard, trying to cut into that lead and save a little bit of respect here.
She makes the foul shot, 49-28. They've cut 9 points off of that deficit. End of the third quarter, Arlington leading Todd Beamer in girls basketball at Puyallup, 23-22. Arlington wants to get at least one of the teams in. The boys lost last night. A miss, and then there is Pivick with the rebound, gets her first 2 of the third quarter. She follows up for 2 points, 51-28, 2:50 left in the third quarter. Driving in on the left side, and a miss by Irvin. Getting the rebound will be Martin for the Lions, and she is fouled.
And one of the things is that with such a big lead, the Lynnwood Royals came out, and they've gotten away from their full court press, which is what you would say is a sportsman-like thing to do. But when you're a team that relies so much on that, it's easier to go flat a little bit quicker than other teams that are used to mostly just playing half court. So I think that's caused some of that lack of intensity on the part of the Royals.
At the foul line is Claire Martin. Here comes the opportunity for her as they make a couple of substitutions. Shot comes off the rim, no good. And it will be a rebound by Lynnwood. Getting the board is Edwards. Edwards will come out of backcourt. 22-point lead for the Royals. Trying to punch their ticket to the Tacoma Dome for next week to play in the first round on Thursday and go deep into the tournament. They'd like to take it all. They're ranked number 1 in 4A. Goes inside. It's going to be a missed shot by Kelsey Rogers. Getting the rebound, fighting for it is Cooper. Wrestles it. And we got a timeout called by Everett Edwards. And, Mike, you like this call right here.
I like it a lot just simply because of the fact that they're playing flat, they're getting the open shots, and they're missing it. And, I hate to sound like I want to be incredibly aggressive, but they may have been better suited to come out and keep that press on for another couple of minutes just to get their kids going and then take it off afterwards, because I've seen stranger things happen with what I call the basketball momentum goddess. She sits up there and goes, you've went flat. We're going to take it away from you and put some cellophane over the
Basketball
basket.
momentum goddess. I love that. Now, Mike, you went to Federal Way High School. You played hoops there, right?
I did.
And then you went to Highline.
I did.
Did you play for Fred Harrison there?
I did not.
He
was there the year after
Okay.
I was there. So
Yeah, and the thing is, Fred Harrison, and I bring that name up because I saw him last week in the Bellevue College game. He's an assistant coach now, as he had retired from a long stretch as head coach and athletic director at Highline, and he lives up in Sequim, and he's helping out the Peninsula team. But Fred is a name that longtime basketball historians would know because he coached Cleveland to those 2 state titles at 2 different classifications. Those great teams, Juwan Oldham, Carl Urban, and the whole gang of them, and then he went out to Highline. Just wondered if you had played for him there. Just
no,
missed him.
I hadn't, but we did have a player named Pete Mezich who was at O'Day, and he ended up playing against Cleveland. He played with Clint Richardson.
Oh,
and
man.
One of the things that he said was when they played against him, Clint Richardson went in and got his shot blocked, and he thought, uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Clint was quite a player, went to Seattle University, and then on to the NBA with the 76ers. And there now are the Lynnwood Royals with the basketball. Danielle Hayes in front court to Pivic. Soft jumper from right out front. It is good. She's got 20 in the game, 4 in the quarter. And it is 53-29, 150 to go in this, the third quarter on Fox Sports 1380.
The Royals were just 2 of 11 before that shot in the third quarter. Now they're 3 of 12 in the third quarter.
Jasmine Holmes with the basketball between the circles. Looking around, backing up. Now she passes right side to McElroy. McElroy is going to have it deflected away. Finally gets it back. Good hands by Hayes. Puts the shot up. No good. A 3-ball. McElroy misses that. Getting the rebound is Edwards. Into front court now. Grace Douglas has hit 3 3-balls. Jasmine with the ball, playing with 11 points.
Lynnwood also not into their half-court trap as well. They're just basically playing straight-up man-to-man now.
Driving in, Edwards. Passes left side. Hayes. Edwards pops back out. Gets outside the arc somehow and buries the 3-ball. That is her second 3-pointer of the game. 14 points. And now tries to get a steal. Knocks it out of bounds. And she's playing some heads-up basketball.
And even though the third quarter is winding down, Lynnwood has jumped back into that full-court pressure. It's one of the things I talked about. You want to get the players back into what they know. And you know, sometimes people might think, hey, that's a little bit ruthless, but you know what? It's playoff game, and it's all about the win at this point.
Suddenly look up there. It's a 27-point lead again, and, Mike, it was 30 at one point, and now it's back up to 27 as they cut it down. But Lynnwood's just a team that can score very quickly and build those leads back up. There's a missed shot on the prep end, and now it's going to be knocked around. Jasmine Edwards ends up with it to Pivic over on the right side. Back to Pivic. Now drives in right side. She's got a seam, and she makes it work. Puts it in off the glass. 7 feet out on the right side. 58-29, and pressure defense again. Like Mike said, not taking their foot off the pedal.
And, you know, I thought they did early on. Pivic having that deadlift shrimp kind of appearance where she didn't even look like she worked very hard to get open out there. You know, good all-around player.
Missed shot on the right side by Claire Martin. Rebound by Shelby Gavigan. She goes for a shot. Can't connect on that. Comes loose, and it's going to be a jump ball. Lynnwood basketball.
Bel Prep just making 1 out of their last 8 shots. And, you know, reality's starting to set in as we come down here to the third quarter, end of the third quarter with this big lead. But they did slow them down a little bit in this quarter.
Hardwood Classic next week, Thursday through Saturday. Hopefully we see you there at the woodshed. How about Pivic? She nails another one, 15 feet out on the right. That's the end of the third quarter, and it is 60-29, a 31-point lead for Lynnwood, their biggest lead of the game. We'll take it to the break and come back with the fourth quarter here on Fox Sports 1380. Lynnwood Royals 1 quarter away from the City of Destiny. Thank you. I was waiting on you there. This is Fox Sports 1380's coverage of regional high school basketball action. 4A right now. Lynnwood is leading 60-29 going to the fourth quarter against Bel Prep. I'm Mark Ockett with Mike Buckholtz. Buddy Patrick is here. Tom Lafferty. Also, Maggie Buckholtz on statistics. Nettie Ockett, our transportation director. And we've got Brandon Hamilton, our in-studio producer. They're at the Big Tower in downtown Everett. Not too far from here. It's nice to be this close to the big house.
Lynnwood making their last 5 shots to finish 6 of 15 in the quarter. So they came on at the end of the quarter, and all of that occurred after they decided to apply a little bit more pressure on the defensive end.
Claire Martin with the basketball as they go into front court. Gavigan now, right side. Jump shot fired up by McElroy. No good. Getting the rebound will be Gavigan. Puts it up. No. Getting the board, Kelsey Rogers. The 31-point lead, the biggest in the game for the Lynnwood Royals. And with the ball coming out of backcourt now is Jordan Edwards. Now, Mike, at this point, you just enter the fourth quarter. Big lead like that. Now what's going through your mind if you're Everett Edwards as a head coach?
Yeah, it's the same thing. You just want to keep it going and make sure that your starters finish strong and get down to about the 3-minute mark and clear your bench.
Pivic drives the left baseline after getting a pass and just seems automatic within that, I'd say, 5 to 15-foot range on those jumpers. Puts it in as she now has 26 points in the game. And even though she got a T-shirt, well, she's eligible this year. The Skagit State Bank Player of the Game. It seems like we need to get that ready for her.
Well, Bellarmine's just not able to put on the kind of defensive pressure that's going to snuff that kind of a shot. So if you're comfortable and you're a good shooter from there, then you should make most of those, and Pivic certainly is doing that.
Well, Lynnwood just snuffed Bel Prep, so it is back to Lynnwood in front court. 16 on the shot clock. Pivic with the basketball, passes right side. They go in, and it's going to be picked off. Interception by Shelby Gavigan. Again, tomorrow is the draw. If you're interested in heading down to the WIAA offices in Renton, that's always a lot of fun to find out. Mike, did you go to the draws usually? Were you right there? I know there's a lot of coaches that go, and the jump shot is going to be a miss by Jasmine Holmes. They go the other direction. There is Jordan Edwards, and she makes it 65-29. We're getting close to a running clock, which would be at a 40-point lead. You chuckled there. What? There must be some good stories.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of good stories. I was notorious for being bad luck buck at the draw. I had great luck at district, but oftentimes I didn't have the better draws.
Jump shot by Irvin, 2 points off the left side. You got, looks like a lot of substitutions. Lynnwood's close to bringing 3 in. The officials talking about a couple of things here. Again, our officials, Ron Van Soos, Kevin Stride, and Will Nichols for today's game. Our next game will be coming up at 6 o'clock. We will have a special interview with Mike Colbrese, replayed from the Prep Sports Weekly from Monday. Mike Colbrese is the executive director of the WIAA. That'll be at 5 o'clock. And then the pregame show is at 5:30 for the game that will be broadcast here on Fox Sports 1380. Tom Lafferty and Jeannie Boyer. 3A, winner to state, loser out. And that'll be Mercer Island against Glacier Peak. 3-point jumper, Grace Douglas. Oh, Grace. She's hit 4 of them.
And it's been a while since she's got a really, really good look. Lynnwood still staying with that press now, and there's going to be another turnover.
17 turnovers against the Royals, and for Lynnwood, they have 7. And almost inconsequential, too, because Lynnwood is just putting the dagger down, and we do have, it looks like the running clock is going. Is it 35?
No, it's 40.
It should be 40, yeah. It looked like they didn't stop the clock. I thought it was 40. It's always been 40. Yeah, so that's not too far away anyway. Pivic with the basketball, playing with 26 points, thrown in towards the corner, gets it back. Now finds Edwards. Edwards drives into the lane. Goes to her sister, Jordan Edwards, misses the shot. Battling for the rebound. Down low is Monty Cooper. Ooh. And Cooper falls up for 2.
Yeah.
She's playing hard.
Not only playing hard, that was a great rebound, and looked like she's been doing that reverse all of her life. Full timeout for Bel Prep.
Yeah, they need to do something to just sit down and take a breath. They're down 69-31. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors. Frontier Communications, Skagit State Bank, Trinity Lutheran College, IRG Physical and Hand Therapy, Screen Printing Northwest, Cascade Valley Hospital, Columbia Funding Mortgage, Exchange, Glass by Lund, Black Lion Heating and Air Conditioning, Everett Community College, Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Store, Roy Robinson Chevrolet and RV Center in Marysville, and WescoAthletics.com. I love that website. WescoAthletics.com. Get on there, and Mike, they got the standings as we went over. You're showing me on it. They got the points per game. You've got the rosters on there, and just some really good information. Like when you get to the tournaments, keeps you up to date. And not all the leagues have that information. I mean, up in this neck of the woods, they get it, and so do the coaches dealing with us with the interviews and everything like that. Well, they got Wesco Athletics, Cascade Conference has a good one, Northwest League has a good one. It really helps us out, and for everybody to follow the games.
It's all tied together, and they also have some links that can go on where it takes you to the brackets for the other districts as well. So when it gets to district time, you can follow that, and it helps out with your scouting and just for those fans that want to follow along. I got another score here.
Yes, what do we have?
Port Angeles leads my Burlington Edison Tigers 34-30 at the end of 3. So Tigers hanging in, but they're down 4.
All right, Tigers, crank it up. Mike was the 7-year head coach there at Burlington Edison, still teaches there, history teacher. I'd love to come and sit in on one of those classes. There is Pivic on the give and go, gets it back and drives it in for the basket. And so a 40-point lead now, running clock. Lynnwood up by the 40.
And here's another score there for you to check out, Mark.
All right, this is 2:44 to go in the fourth quarter. It continues to be a tight one down at Puyallup, ladies and gentlemen. And the score is Arlington 31, Todd Beamer 30. 31-30. Come on, go Eagles.
Monty Cooper got a steal right there as turnovers continue to mount. Bellarmine staying in that 2-3 zone. You can expect the tempo to slow down here a little bit, though, Mark.
3:57 to go in the fourth quarter with the basketball is Jordan Edwards, who's going to shoot, took a dribble, missed on that. Right following on it is Monty Cooper. Yeah, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Monty Cooper. She's a junior, and she plays hard and has done a really good job on follow-ups. A 5'10 junior, and again, obviously she'll be back next year, but she could be a real key factor down the stretch into this next week at the Tacoma Dome.
Well, she like Pivic, is also one of those players that's always around the ball.
Yeah.
And I've been watching her off the ball a little bit. She does a good job. She does not stay blocked out.
They just taken a number of players out, including Pivic. Also coming out is Grace Douglas and the two Edwards sisters, to a really great ovation down below us. And the Lynnwood fans are right below us, and they brought a lot with them here. They have great school spirit, and it is good and loud. Next shot is good.
And Cooper's coming out as well. Cooper and Pivic, they're a great 1-2 tandem in there. They get to pick up a ton of loose balls in there. It's great to have players like that with the nose for the basketball.
Cooper hits them both, 73-31, a 42-point lead. A lot like the Jackson game yesterday, where Jackson won here by 44 points over Stadium. And that works out well on our end because those are our teams that we're covering. Maybe we get a sweep if Glacier Peak can beat Mercer Island. Again, that is at 6 o'clock right here on Fox Sports 1380. Now, a foul is going to be called against Lynnwood. That's going to be on Donahoe, her second.
And McElroy dribbled down the court, broke pressure, then dribbled down to the right baseline and picked up her dribble in traffic, and then dribbled one more time to get out of traffic. No call. Made the cross-court pass that leads to the foul as
Rashane Petty is at the foul line for Bel Prep, makes the first foul shot. By the way, Cooper had hit both those foul shots prior to this, so she now has 4 in the quarter, 8 in the game. We're here at Everett Community College up on the running track above, perfect vantage point.
The question
Next shot is good.
The question comes up on the running clock in the game. Once the lead hits 40, it's a running clock, but they do stop it on free throws.
And timeouts, too.
Well, yes, timeouts, too. That's right.
But, no, you're right. Free throws right there. Okay, so here we go. Ball is lost by Bellarmine Prep. The 40-point lead now stolen away. Madison Iyer has got the basketball, just entered the game. So they're getting some reserves, some playing time. This is very valuable. Chelsea Tuiasosopo Williams. Been waiting to say that name all game long. She loses the ball, and it's just kind of a bit of a scrum out there right now. 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
But as you mentioned, you get your younger players in the game, and they'll be back, and you have to have somebody pick up the flag and run with it once the other players graduate. So, yeah, it's a great time for the younger players.
Bellarmine Prep with the basketball. Standing up now, but can't beat this view.
I've been standing up the whole game. It's a little bit more easy to see over the railing here, and plus I'm thinking about jogging a couple of laps here.
You know, that's not a bad idea. I think we could all use a little workout here this afternoon, so that's a great idea. This is going to be a foul against Lynnwood, and the foul indication is against the name I've been wanting to say also. Hannah Valavala is called for the foul. Her first. That is team foul number 5. 2 fouls have been called against Bellarmine Prep. Clock running, 2:09 to go in the fourth quarter.
I was lying about the running, by the way.
Not me. No, I need to take a couple pounds off here. Comes up fast in the wintertime. With the basketball is a steal now by Ayer. Lynnwood into front court. Donahoe.
That was a nice steal. She jumped right into the passing lane, picking up right where the starters have left off with that tenacious defense.
Remember, we will have the selection of the Skagit State Bank Player of the Game on the Cascade Valley Hospital postgame show. We will interview, and the player will be down on the court, use the wireless equipment, and be able to talk to him from up here. The magic of technology. Folks, if you haven't been to this place, find a way to get out here and check out Everett Community College's gym. This place is amazing. Just perfect. And the foul this time is going to be on Maddie Graves of Bellarmine Prep. Her first. At the foul line looks like is that Chelsea Tuiasosopo Williams. She makes the first foul shot.
Just a minute 22 to go. Lynnwood has cleared the free throw line so that
no, that's Valavala.
Get any silly fouls in there to stop the clock.
Not to be confused with that great part of the state of Washington known as Walla Walla. That is Hannah Valavala. 75-33 is the score. 1:10 left to go in the fourth quarter. Bellarmine Prep fires and misses, and getting the rebound will be Valavala coming out of backcourt now. Hannah Valavala is a senior. Moving into front court, less than a minute to go. So, Mike, safe to say Michaela Pivick is our player of the game?
Well, in this case, I would say, yeah, she was incredibly dominant. There's a lot of really good players on that Lynnwood team, but super impressed with that young lady.
Yeah, she is really something special. Lynnwood fires a shot up left side, air ball, no good, and the clock keeps running with the ball going out of bounds. It's Bellarmine Prep basketball. They are down 75-33. You know, it's amazing. This is almost exactly the score as last night's Jackson win over Stadium in boys basketball, and Jackson also ranked number 1. They beat Stadium 77-33. This is 75-33. Lynnwood just kind of hanging out down low. We got a whistle and a foul. It should stop the clock, though, because it is a shooting foul. Finally, somebody gets their finger on the trigger. I think people just want to have this one end. It's in the bag. It's been decided.
Well, I think sometimes you don't often see that. I don't think you have that rule in college. We're out of college, so you get the college timekeepers not used to it. And they're going, hey, stop the clock. Yeah. You don't usually stop the clock in college, as far as I know, for the amount of lead that a team has in the game.
Mackenzie Schwann at the line makes the first, misses the second. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and that is going to be the game. Our final score definitely close to what was last night taking place here with the Jackson winning. It is Lynnwood in girls ranked number 1 with a 75-33 win over the Bellarmine Prep Lions. Lynnwood has punched their ticket to the Tacoma Dome. They are on their way to the state tournament starting on Thursday of next week. And, of course, we'll keep you on top of that right here on Fox Sports 1380 and Classic Country 1520 KXA. A 42-point victory for the Lynnwood Royals over the Bellarmine Prep Lions. And, Mike, Bellarmine Prep only scored 4 points in that final quarter. They were outscored 15-4. And now we're going to get it all set up for our post-game interview, which will be Michaela Pivick. Why don't we go ahead and take a break, and then we'll